Hello, callers. Welcome back to Viva Barca and welcome to another interesting episode where we are going to discuss on some interesting updates. We start with Joao Cancelo as Barcelona have finally given up on Joao Cancelo. Manchester City outcast is fading away. We are going to be discussing on that as we progress. Secondly, we are going to be talking about Joao Felix, who still remains patient as Barca move remains still very unlikely for the player. We are also going to be discussing on that story. So as we get right into it, please do ensure to subscribe, turn on the post bell notification to always stay notified whenever I post a new video. Consider liking the video and please watch it right up to the very end. Joao Cancelo has largely been considered Barca's best bet as a new right back for the upcoming season. After everything, Xavi Hernandez prefers experience over longevity, and the Portuguese international provides just that. Sport, however, reports that the operation is now increasingly complicated. The economic differences between Barca and Manchester City are too large to be bridged, forcing Joan Laporta to look at other options in the market. Unlike the case with Bernardo Silva, Joao Cancelo is not fundamental to Pep Guardiola's plans in England. The Portuguese man spent the second half of last season on loan at Bayern Munich, and it is very clear that Man City plan to part ways with him. The difference between Barca's and Manchester City's stance, however, is the means of transfer. The Premier League side preferred to sell Cancelo permanently this summer, while Barcelona can only afford a loan with a purchase clause. The Azulgranas are currently in a position where they cannot afford to shell out Manchester City's asking price, despite having an agreement with the player. Only a massive sale can help them through the negotiations with Manchester City, for the English side will not compromise on their demands. Ansu Fati currently appears to be close to the exit door, with both PSG and Saudi Arabia inquiring about his services. However, sacrificing one of the club's best talents for a 29-year-old defender may not be the best way forward. Of course, with Cancelo out of the equation, two options stand out on Barca's wish list: Ivan Fresneda and Juan Foyt. Several members of the Barca administration are in favor of Fresneda's incorporation, given his high ceiling and his young age. However, Xavi doubts his ability to immediately start for a club of Barcelona's stature. Villarreal's 25-year-old right back Juan Foyt has also emerged as a leading option in recent days. The hurdle on that front, however, is his mammoth release clause, which is currently at 54.6 million euros. Of course, the right back situation still remains a hot topic of discussion, and it is looking like things are not moving well because players like Joao Cancelo is fading away, as reports are saying that Barcelona have lost all hopes of bringing Xavi's first choice, Joao Cancelo, to the team. And honestly, as I've been saying this uncountable times, we know our state financially. We know our status. Barca right now don't get their first choices because our first choices definitely will be players with such great qualities. Because we are Barca, we are a great club. We deserve such players, for crying out loud. But we get those players? We can't. We can't because financially we are broke, and it hurts me that this team can't prevail to the level that we want to because we keep on getting the third or fourth or fifth or sixth choice when we talk about transfer targets. But now look at it. Javi has tried his best. He wants to bring Cancelo, and we can now. Do you think this report should come as a surprise to any of us? I don't think so because Cancelo is quite expensive. Barca's idea from the on-go has been to go for a loan, but still yet a loan deal. Barca can't afford a loan, and you expect Barca to have a great transfer window? I don't. Had it not been for the economic levers that Barca, did activate last summer, there was no Lewandowski coming. We couldn't have bring in the Koundés or the Rafinhas. But now those things are not made available. So as it stands right now, we just have to go for players like Fresneda because Barca are saying that they can still cope with him. He's a far affordable option. 15 million euros, 10 million plus 5 million is ready on the table. Barca want to offer that if they want to go for Fresneda, which is far cheaper than the Joao Cancelo operation. They have also been linked with Joan Foyt yet again, the Villarreal right back, but he's quite expensive. He's quite expensive. I think for that one, there's no hope. There's no hope. 54.6 million euros is what Villarreal are demanding. In fact, 54.6 million is the player's release clause. And since Villarreal have refused that, the player won't go and they are not open to any negotiations. The only thing Barca can do is to pay that money and for the player to accept to come, then Villarreal has no power to do anything. So as it stands, let's just see how it's going to look like. Because honestly, the transfer window coming to a close by the end of this month, and Barca not signing any right back, any pure right back, I think it will be a big disappointment. Because now I'll start losing players like Cancelo, which definitely I saw it coming at some point. But if we don't bring even Ivan Fresneda, who is a cheaper option, because this guy have been waiting for Barca for such a long time, I think it will be so cruel. Then on to the final story of discussion. Joao Felix is one of many options Barcelona are considering in their bid to sign a new attacker ahead of the new season. The news of Ousmane Dembele's exit has forced the club to step up their efforts in the market lately, with Xavi keen on finding replacement. Bernardo Silva was identified as priority option for the manager, but the Man City star is unlikely to come. This has led to Barca looking for alternatives such as Joao Felix. Marca is reporting that Joao Felix is ready to wait until the very last minute in an effort to join Barca. Earlier in the summer, the Portuguese had expressed desire to join the Catalans after a poor loan spell at Chelsea. Felix's desire to join Barca has made life so difficult for Atletico Madrid, who were unlikely to sanction the attacker's move to the Camp Nou. Al Hilal have expressed a desire to sign Felix on the loan, but the offer satisfies neither the player nor does it satisfy the club. Felix has no intention of moving to the Middle East. He wants to continue playing at the middle highest level, knowing it may help him revive his international career. This is why the former Benfica man is keen on joining Barca. He believes the Catalans can give him that ideal platform to rejuvenate his career. The possibility of his move to Barca looks unrealistic at the moment, not least because Xavi's lack of trust in him. The report, however, does mention Benfica as a potential last resort option for Joao Felix if the attacker fails to engineer a move to a top club this summer. So guys, with that we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, bye bye.